I ever want to peek on what's going on here in New York State. We got a nice low pressure system marching through the Canadian plains. Got another one coming down through right behind it, causing some lake effect snow build up here. It's been a heck of a week. Apologize if I haven't had any weather updates. Unfortunately, been feeling a little under the weather. But needless to say, the weather never stops, and I'm back. But yeah, clearly we had a nice little warm up for everybody at the beginning of the week, which has been fantastic. We reached, I think, a high in the 40s, if I'm not mistaken, here in Western New York. Some areas got a little bit warmer than others. But currently, we're sitting right around the freezing level here. About 30 degrees, just below freezing. Winds have been coming out of the northwest. Finally, we had a lot of low-level warm winds still left over, I guess, from the day before, and yeah, it's just a matter of we got some mixing now. Finally, moving on through. The cold air is finally taking on over, and that cold air has just been coming down from the upper levels the entire winter, which is just, I guess it's odd in a little bit sense because it started so early, but it unfortunately uh, has a lot of people's eyebrows raised because of the stratospheric warming that's been going on. It's getting earlier and earlier. Seems like every year, affecting the quote-unquote polar vortex, which then, is shoots down the cold air from the Arctic down to us. Excuse me. But actually, the snow just finally started coming down somewhat significantly to where it's finally starting to stick on the ground. I think before that it was just kind of making contact and melting for the most part. I wonder if this will, let's see. Nah, I won't do that. So we had a lot of the ice melt finally. A lot of the top players snow. I think majority of the snow that's left is like dirty snow. Just doesn't look right. Late in the winter season snow. It's not that festive Christmas snow. It's like the snow that says, okay, it's time for winter to be done with. I'm really getting bored of it. I not personally speaking, just I guess a little bit of an onomatopoeia. I don't know what the heck it is. Personification, I guess. English is not my forte. Hey, all right, cool. Yeah, it's just out of nowhere. It started really fully, I guess, getting to more of low visibility. I would say that it was pretty high before, at least be able to see at least a good mile down the road. Now it's getting to a half mile, maybe a quarter. That's about a quarter mile or so visibility. White walled. But a nice warm up in Florida and in the southern states that definitely needed it. Mississippi, especially, they were, I mean, dreadfully covered in ice, and glad to see a lot of people getting a good old meltdown from that. But yeah, we're supposed to just continue to have here in in Western New York, supposed to have a lot of warming up, a considerable amount of warming up. Not springtime weather, but you know, the lows in the 20s and highs in the 30s, which is, you know, kind of a relief because it's been, like I said, a very, very cold winter. Oh yeah, it's starting to really come down, blanket down now. That's coming down really good. I very much enjoy when it comes down like this, actually. Well, this was to be expected. I was really expecting this to happen anyway. It's today, so it's probably a disaster on the expressways and highways home. It's gonna be really exciting right now. See where this goes. But if you're out driving right now, make sure that you're being careful with what you're doing in Western New York, and probably for most of the state for that matter, is pretty much getting at this time pelleted with some sort of frozen precipitation. Even though, you know, some of it's starting just in the mid levels. Excuse me, it's been a long day. In the mid levels, that's broadcasting no no. In the lower levels, it's been somewhat substantially warm still, considering. But like I said, the wind's finally starting to shift more west by northwesterly direction, which is definitely a good sign. Uh, Looks like we're gonna get several inches tonight, and I don't really think a lot of it will. Uh, a lot of it's going to accumulate at least, and then stay for the remainder of the week. I think we're getting fairly, at least like I said, into the mid 30s for a few days. The weekend's supposed to be barely warm-ish, above freezing. So, and not much precipitation either. So, neither here nor there. It's kind of a needed relief because we've had a good meltdown at least, and we've had a lot of snow. At least up by me, closer to the lake, we had 20 inches at least. If you stumble upon this, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, please. Share it with everybody who likes watching some crazy weather but isn't too afraid to go out there themselves, because it's not always the safest thing to be out here when you're getting wild, severe weather. I finally got my car back again, fixed here. So start getting a nice little setup going. Waiting tomorrow for the final touches on the electricity inside my home, so I can finally start operating my studio again. You know, be able to do some weekly forecasts, podcasts, and I mentioning it, but unfortunately, there's not much I can do right now. That's kind of how. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, it's a great car. Shout out the West Air Subaru. It was a nice little loaner car, but not my cup of tea. I'm not a definitely not a hybrid cars kind of guy, and I enjoy my my thermodynamic combustion vehicles compared to electrical circuitry. But you know, it's nice, really nice inside. I feel like anything that's like hybrid or electric, it's always just like interior is always decked out, and I feel like that's sometimes what you're buying. And who really needs all that? Hey, who am I? Who am I to judge? You guys want me to go up on the bridge? Want me to go up on the bridge? I'm gonna go up on the bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna go up on the bridge. It's gonna be kind of crazy. If you can during weather like this, don't go up on the bridge. But it's also just not really. It's not the cleanest of show over there. We'll just say that. I was gonna use a worse word, but oh man, there's an accident on 531. I'm getting a little relief from the band, so that's nice. Could have been like this all day, but like I said before, there was a lot of lower level uh, warm air that was still being sucked up, so a lot of the snow coming down was pretty much melting on contact. Now it seems like everything's starting to stick. Oh wow, that was a big plane. I don't know if you guys saw that on there. Plane came out of nowhere because of the snow. That's crazy. It's like a dragon in the sky just came by. It was kind of cool. I know, I'm a child. I clear it up, which is nice. little relief again. I hate driving out this part of the highway. It's so many freaking potholes. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, damn, 10. There's so many. I don't know if that was one or not. It's like a speed bump. 12, 13. I'm gonna count them all. Ready? Here we go. 14. There's a whole bunch over here. This is just the left lane I'm going, and just gonna keep counting. Okay, because there's I know that there's like a 15 patch right here, and we're getting right to the snowplow, so they're probably gonna make it worse. Oh, that's 7. Wait, this is like a pothole after pothole after pothole after pothole after pothole. Ready? Here's there's at least 12 there. So we're gonna go 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 10. Damn. There's not much they can do anyways. Anytime they try to patch them right now. It's winter time. I think I messed up more. I even think New York State put themselves in some sort of emergency with the highways because they can't. There's not much they can do with the roads at the moment. I'm almost 100% sure, but I guess don't really quote me on that. Yeah, I passed another 20 or so, 30. They're just coming in pairs of 3s and 4s. Basically, I've given up on the counting portion at the moment, just because there's another flat fucking legend, 8 of them. Let's see, 9, 10. Yeah, probably just on this little part here. There's probably a good 100. Roughly just in the left lane, now the right lane looking like they have a lot on that end. Wow. Yeah, that part's rough right there. What are you doing, New York State? It's the plows. It's the plows and the rock salt, man. Get that rock salt and melts down some of the snow and gets under the cracks. Oh, it's kind of unavoidable, I feel like. They can only be so cautious, the plow people. Woo! Yeah, there's probably like 150 Pokemon on that lane. Haven't seen any since the beginning of winter, where we got it wasn't even really thunder snow, I guess. It was really technically like sleeting out, but we had that thunderstorm in the middle of the fall there. That was it. We usually have at least one event where it snows real heavy, to where we get some thunder snow, which is just so rare to capture on camera. I mean, there's got to be tons of videos nowadays because of just how much cameras are up and stuff. popularity of YouTube and all that, social media, but still, I guess really to see it in person, and I live in one of the only few places that get thunder snow. Oh, probably other places they got it too, but you gotta have a real strong blizzard-like cyclone to really produce that kind of charged particle separation. However, here it's a little bit easier because we got the convection factory, Lake Ontario. Rarely ever, rarely ever freezes. Lake Erie is basically almost 100% frozen, but I guess the other day there's a giant crack that formed down the middle. Now it has two cheeks. Uh, so the ice cheeks, though, they're splitting down. It's actually really wild to look at with the uh, ghost satellite images. It's been going around a little bit on the internet. If anyone else has ever seen it, that's pretty interesting. Didn't even warm up that much, but it must have been real thin. Nice, everything was lightening up. Oh. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, hey. I know. Yeah, peace out. Oh, winter storm, what? What is that for? I hate those crazy little ad advisories. The heck? I'm not gonna lie. There's been a lot of weather fluff pieces because I feel like that there's not as much quote unquote drama that people want in the media right now or something. I don't know. 24 inches, massive storm, and it's probably not even here. It's probably like in Russia, which I guess is fine. Oh, Karen. Where in New York State am I, Karen? Oh, I'm in Rochester, New York right now. I am Monroe County. This currently, I'm like right on where I live. I was basically right on the coast of Lake Ontario. I'm a little more inland right now. Had to go drop a charger off for a friend there. Now I'm heading back up to my place because I got some homework and stuff I gotta finish. No, you're in Watertown. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Hey, it's probably snowing a lot up there. You guys probably have a lot of snow right now. Only assuming that. But I have some colleagues who are in Oswego, and they also, gotten a lot of snow. So, we all of us who live on Lake Ontario on the coastline here, we know our winters are crazy. I ran away from it for a while and lived in New York City. Yeah, about 3 feet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. This is one of the snowiest places in the world, New York State. Great Lakes of the United States is one of the snowiest places in the world. It's very rare. That, I think, what has us, certain places that have us beat, I think, are like Kamchatka, Russia, that get like a ridiculous amount of snow in the winter. And I think the Rockies are really the other top two that beat us. Normally the Rockies, but again, this year has been strange. It's been really strange, the warmings. So they have not had as much precipitation as they're supposed to have, which is not as good because they need that for their droughts and whatnot. They have a lot of it still, I think, but yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Yeah, that 3 feet though, it's gotta be wild to try to dig out of that. I'm hoping that 3 feet you have has been over the past month or so, not just from a couple of systems, because that's the most annoying. Ooh. There's the white wall. We're a little bit more south from the lake right now. Lake area is pretty much frozen though. So anything that we get from the like southwest and stuff doesn't really do much anymore. Here we go. Shout out to Subaru and their all-wheel drive symmetrical technology. Seamless acceleration, I gotta say. Big shout out. I loved my Lexus, but we had a very good run. She had a lot of miles on her, and she had a good life. Sorry, Camry, you're probably your XLE. You gotta be. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the XSE. That's the all-wheel drive. It's kind of crazy. I feel like all-wheel drive is a necessity when you live in a very very snowy environment for winter. Like it's kind of to each is your own. And don't get me wrong. I also like driving my rear-wheel drive van. Actually, believe it or not, this I got a whole bunch of heavy rims that sit in the rear of it, and it's got one of those posi rears, so it's not bad. But when it gets real bad out real quick, it's this is the vehicle to be in. That or a 4x4, I guess, really. As immediately as I started going northbound instead of south, it starts to pick back up. They were only saying we're supposed to get a couple of inches, so I don't know. I've been out of commission the past couple of days, just trying to feel better, getting there. But I been seeing that having a nice little warm up coming. We didn't look at snow accumulations. All I did was look at everything else, what was going on with the atmosphere. It does seem like we're going to get a warm up. However, the models have been all over the place. So there's not much consensus really, on the data at the moment. So some meteorologists are going to communicate that, and some don't. I feel like that's a kind of a straightforward necessity to kind of throw out there when you do forecasting to people. Just let them know how much consensus you got going on, what's the best ensemble that you might be working with here, and what's your probability rate of this actually might be accurate. Because high confidence, medium confidence, low confidence. You don't have to give percentages. Just Yeah, you got some good snowfall coming in now. Probably a good mix. Looks like a little mixy precip, being honest with you. Or maybe snowflakes and some grapple in there. It seems like maybe a little ice pellets. You can hear the crackling on the window a little. And also shout out for everybody there. Hopefully enjoying the new video upgrade. So a little bit better streaming definition. A whole investment, so we'd be able to get some high def going in there. So I'm hoping everyone enjoys the feed. It's probably looks like a lot clearer, better picture. So I'm happy with it. You can definitely actually see the while I'm driving, you can actually see the difference in the precip coming down. At least see the snow coming down. I think anything in a lower definition doesn't come out as well. Supposedly now, I don't know where everyone, the people who are in New York State, I suppose we're going to get another big cool down coming at the end of the month and into March. Kind of like how last year was a little bit, but not. That was more at the end of March, I believe it was, because it was like right when I went to NASDAQ last year's PBL conference at the end of March. And I remember leaving, and it was warm, and then it was really warm in DC when we left. It was like 90 degrees, and as soon as I got back, it was already well below freezing. I think it was in the 20s. It was cold. It was really cold. So that's really to be expected coming up. I don't really trust a rodent that lives under the ground and hibernates. We drag out to tell us what the hell's going on coming up in the future with the winter. Name's Poxitani Phil. It's not Miss Cleo, the groundhog. So, if it was Miss Cleo, the groundhog, I'd actually believe it. Like, oh, me child, you woke me up from my slumber. Let me read your card real quick. Then I'd be like, oh, this is some good stuff right here. This is good. I like this. But no, there's no scientific anything to that. It's a matter of the day is cloudy or if it's sunny. That's how he's gonna see his shadow or not. If there's enough sunlight to cast a shadow or not. So, but hey, tradition. It's cute. It's adorable. It's kind of abusive to that animal. And I don't know. I don't know if it's domesticated or not, but it seems very docile. They seem to very much love that little woodchuck. Poor little thing all year round. I don't know what guy up here is doing, but I gotta get over it. What are you doing, guy? Come on, don't make me hungry. Clean off your car. We'll be struggling back and forth. Yeah. Make sure you clean off your car. Winter. There's a little winter tips here. Clean off your car if you're gonna go driving and you know it's snowy, because you want to be safe for not only just yourself but everybody else on the road. Because now she looks like she's going so slow. Like, you don't have to be. Like, the roads actually really aren't that bad. It's just she's having a hard time seeing. So yeah, there's a weird mixing going on. So it's like warm, cold, warm, cold. However, it's supposed to drop into the 20s tomorrow. So it seems like the cold will win over by the end of the evening. I'm sure the diurnal processes of the sun setting down right now and all that is definitely helping out too. Probably get a good squeeze out of moisture coming up soon. As you see, we're moving up more north where I am at the top of the lake here. Or at the bottom of the lake, I should say. Hey! Nice and clean. Yeah, but this isn't too bad right now. Wonder how bad it is. Some look like parts of Canada were getting dumped on too from I think it's Huron's Bay there, Lake Huron's Thunder Bay. So Thunder Bay itself was like a whole nother lake. It's like literally a giant lake itself. It's huge. What is that? Oh, it's a weather icon. It's bad weather. I don't know. An accident. Uh, Oh man. Yeah, so 6 more weeks winter is what they say. I don't know about that. There's really mean looking low level clouds to my left here. If it wasn't an operating vehicle, I could grab the camera to show everybody, but yeah, it's very like scud clouds, just really low scud clouds. Heyo. Yeah, definitely. There must be some good. There's definitely some good circulation in the van. It's pretty strong, it seems like. Yeah, larger synoptic pattern definitely is uh, definitely helping out the situation. So that's good. A lot of people like. Don't get me wrong. This weather can be kind of annoying. Go ahead, guy. Uh huh. Uh huh. There we go. This is kind of annoying. You got to deal with this stuff, driving, whatnot. But I guess it's kind of nice in a sense. It brings a little change. It just makes traveling a biatch. Makes it a beach. And everyone loves beaches. They're cold. I don't know if anyone's ever been on the beach in a snowstorm. Not fun. where it's like 60 degrees and then all of a sudden a snowstorm comes in. It's happened once to me before in Virginia Beach. So that just tells you how strange of a situation that was. It was like some freak weather event. A video of my brother. We were about to go down to the beach and heard people screaming, and then it was like we went outside and it felt like complete winter all of a sudden in a matter of like 10 minutes. And my brother was brave enough to go out there while it was snowing and lay out in the beach and lay out there on the sand. I thought it was real funny. Wish I had that video somewhere still. It's like on an old camera phone. But boy, that was funny. That was a laugh. It's like, I'm gonna go out there anyways. You came here to go on the beach. Hey, starting to come down a bit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, another winter tip. Here's a really good one for you for driving. I'm gonna do a whole video, I think, on just driving safety for everybody. But here's a really nice tip for everybody. Make sure you have washer fluid in the vehicle. That is one thing you need because of rock salt. Keeps your windshield wipers completely clear. Not even for the fact of just like de-icing. It's mainly for the fact that there's so much rock salt everywhere. That really can coat everything right up. Definitely some ice pellets that are coming down though. Hear the crackling on the windshield. Actually, I don't know why I got on this lane. Yes, I'm still getting used to being up here. Anytime I ever come up here before, I moved up here was for work, to go deliver. That's about it. They force you to get off when you're a commercial vehicle right here because yeah, the Ontario Parkway. But